By faith, Abel offered to God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. This is by faith. So that's biblical evidence. As you're reading the word of God, you'll read this story about these two brothers who rose up against each other in the field. And Cain was a tiller of the ground, but it says that Abel was a keeper of the sheep. And Cain's offering was not accepted, but Abel's was. And so because of that, Cain became jealous at his brother Abel. He rose up and he killed him in the field. And that's where we get one of the first biblical murders. That's where we also get that phrase, am I my brother's keeper? And that response came when God himself confronted Cain and said, where's your brother Abel? Is it, the voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. And basically Abel said, why are you asking me for? Am I my brother's keeper? For anybody who's seen New Jack City, that was something that was said in that movie. And we seen in there that there were two very close friends that one wind up killing the other one. So that slogan is not, even though we use it in reference to being close with other brothers, that slogan biblically does not represent two brothers that were really close. Okay. So, but it was by faith. And that keeper of the sheep, he was a keeper of living things, not a keeper of the ground. So they're symbolically speaking, an offering that came from the earth was just natural stuff. Just remember that when man was deceived, one of the first things that was cursed was the ground itself. And in that curse, a part of the penalty was that the ground would no longer yield its produce. And so that has a lot to do with why people work so hard. And they basically have to till the ground and all the days of their life, that from the dust you come and to the dust you return. And basically a person lives just long enough to work. And then as soon as they retire, they're only 10 years or so away from the time that they'll return to the ground. That format in itself is of a curse, but that's a whole nother story. It's by faith that Abel offered up to God a more excellent sacrifice, living sacrifice. And through this gospel, we have this hope that there is something more to this life than those natural earthly things, as we saw with Cain.